And so we're gonna talk about love and running out of that resource. For the more love that you lose, the more love that you will need to be able to recover. You know. Welcome to analysis of the apocalypse and the bullshit video of how many ways you can just waste love itself, right? And how bad it can get. Let me give you an example, my favorite triangle of garbage, basically. You know, like Jacksepticeye said, Mr. Beast doesn't want to spend enough time, and for me personally, I'm like, where's the fucking content? You're the biggest YouTuber. PewDiePie didn't have this problem. Alright? It's just a simple problem to solve. Where's the content? I mean, I get 10 minutes every 2 weeks or something of content. That's it. And then I have to listen to podcasts of Mr. Beast saying how miserable he is. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, and how hard he works. I don't need that anymore. All right, I'm getting bored of that as well. So there's no content. I'm like very happy with Smosh Reunion. I'm okay supporting Jake Paul and Logan Paul on their endeavors now. And Mr. Beast is just kind of falling off really fast. So Jacksepticeye also pointed out, another problem. But I'm like, actually the biggest problem is just that Mr. Beast put a skull emoji in there. It's the most disgusting thing, basically, that I found in recent culture. Also Mr. Beast says that being honest is like extremely disrespectful. Just being honest and saying trash about the other creator if you don't like them. Like, I guess shut the fuck up, am I right? Oh, I had such bad feelings. Skull emoji. Oh my god, what does that mean? Is the dumbest fucking trend I've ever seen. Everyone's posting these stupid skull emojis. It's like, this one has to have meaning. But at the same time, whatever meaning you ascribe to is just like, it's death emoji. Alright? It's just death. And it has to be taken seriously. Unfortunately. Like, pick anything else. Pick, this kind of face. Angry emoji. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Confounded emoji. Anything but the fucking skull emoji to be the trendy thing. But the reason why it's trendy is because the world is going down. We're just experiencing this apocalyptic fucking moment in life where bad things are happening one by one in different layers, I guess. And now we're gonna cross over into 2024 where we're gonna realize we ran out of love, basically. Alright? Personally, I like spending time. But in order to engage with the audience even more, I'm gonna show you guys this clip. The triangle is complete. Mr. Beast has no remorse, and he sucks in on another vibe of like entertainment over safety, even. Over other people's, ability to say no to things. Because in this case, it needed to be done. It needed to be stopped. Because Chandler is like, again, we have realized, is the core of Mr. Beast brand. Is the actual human element. A person you can like get behind and hopefully he doesn't get hurt or feel like he should just leave. He shouldn't just be around because his feelings are completely neglected and he's suffering inside and he can't even talk about it. Right? That's the human element of, if Mr. Beast breaks this person, breaks his heart, like, we have to fucking move on. Because this is not acceptable anymore.
Oh, no chance.
No way, bro.
No way, no way.
Bro, why do we
You can't stop it. You can't. You gotta take it. Take it.
Good boy. Hey, wait.
So, I'm pretty sure it would hurt, right, if he just backed away a few more inches, basically, and just smashed his head. So that's pretty fucking devastating. Chandler also says that, you know, his brain just turned off. Just, it's insanely cold water. Great, just getting wet wasn't bad enough. It had to be super cold, and a lot of people had to do it and just fail miserably and get punished like this. Punishments in general is kind of like an icky thing that Mr. Beast actually avoided in his videos. He wouldn't actually punish. He just, like, either gonna reward you with money or not. That's it. There's not a lot of punishment going on. There's in some videos you can find, like, slime being thrown at his friends. Like, it's nothing too crazy, but this one now shakes me to the core, bro. But this is fine. Let's see how Mr. Beast responds to that, however. You know, because the vibe is entertainment. This was entertaining, wasn't it?
Man,
Everyone's laughing, you know, like, how do you escape this vibe? Because you have to be the caring person in the room.
oh, Jesus.
Buddy. Hey, take.
He saw Jesus.
Here, have my towel. Give up on life for a second.
Gave up on life for a second, dude? Yeah. Don't... You might want to fucking chew on these words, Mr. Beast. You might want to fucking chew on that. Because the triangle of evil just kind of fucking sucks right now, doesn't it? There's no content to defend you and entertain me, so not enough entertainment. You pick up fucking stupid trends and behavior and say that, you know, honesty is disrespectful, and then you break the only heart that you're not supposed to fucking break. If this goes on and is not saved by a fucking miracle, Mr. Beast will not pass the wall. Just the wall where we have to switch to actually loving things, you know, and harvesting love and proving that we can actually, like, grow ourselves. And the only thing we did in this period is just shrink down, right? We just shrink down, but we're still loving, positive people after all the trouble and inflation. We're still, like, capable of growing back up to normal, right? And if Mr. Beast can't fucking do that, he's not passing that shit. He's not gonna reign over us for 4 more years. But at the same time, PewDiePie kind of became toxic as well. It's gonna be very clearly a downfall. Alright? At very least, Mr. Beast's gonna encounter this in his life. And I wish, of course, I'm greedy. I want to be the one who sends the message, but, you know. This is a bullshit episode. This is something that people not gonna click because it's 2 hours long. And in order for me to, you know, extract this, I just, you know, I made a different channel long time ago, knowing that 2-hour videos are kind of pretty cringe, but 2-minute videos can punch people into waking them up, basically. Because most people don't fucking watch videos, so you have to have those 2-minute pieces to, like, trigger people into thinking about stuff, and hopefully it creates a domino effect strong enough to, you know, make a difference. I'm not here to cause drama right now. I'm not into it. I'm just here to analyze things, educate myself, and once I'm truly inspired, I will do these 2-minute videos. But now we have to move on and explore way deeper. Alright? I'm here to spend time. Time is the resource that I have, basically. And time is, like, the most powerful resource that I felt like I need. Because there's so many questions of like why people are so evil, right? But they're kind of like busy spending love, but at the same time, it's like, of course, I will not get anything at all, right? The window is closing. This mountain also can be viewed from this perspective. All right, meaning that more and more things can be loved efficiently. Even at some point, I discovered that celebrities can be loved, which is like weird because you would think like, nah, they are just generic things. They might look pretty, but like, whatever. It's just pop music, bro. It's very generic. But I opened up the Pandora's box. I was just hit by a meteor strike, and my entire behavior had to change. Like I had to like get rid of everything. We went to the highest peak, and I realized, rightfully so, that my life fucking sucks balls, and I have to change everything. And I picked up YouTube Rewind as like a last minute take. I take a bunch of celebrities and YouTube Rewind because I want all of them to like come back together, basically. Into one thing. And now, as we approach 2024, I feel like I have enough power to just at least display my passion that I've been, changing my life for the better, that I've spent ridiculous amount of time, meaning that I just really care about this stuff. I really care about it. And I want to make things that are ridiculously expensive now. Because again, you can care about less and less things because they're becoming expensive. You get sucked into drama, you get like drained basically. And this is like just prey mentality, just preying upon people who just losing energy, leaking off energy. Because the world is not a fucking happy place sometimes. Sometimes people just want to fucking defeat you, and take your things. And somehow that has to be done. There has to be some kind of dynamic of people losing things. So there's strikes going on as well, of writers, actor strikes. There's a lot of shit going on. Besides Russia war, into inflation, into holy fuck, what the hell is going on? San Francisco, France just showed up that they're ready for the purge. They just spiking up the idea of the purge, which is probably the next thing. The next thing is more basically flood of stupid ideas that just going to become trendy and going to destroy countries potentially. And I like to describe it like the cloud. All right, the cloud of bad vibes basically. So let's just sad cloud. But the moment it's looming over the entire country is cloudy and moody and sucking up all this negativity. It just starts to accelerate a lot of problems. And until people start suffering and expressing their suffering properly, the country is gonna continue destroying itself until we reunite. It's kind of like this alien narrative. Aliens are attacking and we have to unite against this problem because we have the same fucking problem now. Not like separate, different things going on for different people. We have the same problem. Our country's just fucking sinking like a ship. We have to fucking fix it somehow because we can. It's not a sinking ship because even if there's a hole and there's water, we can still fix the problem. We have more control over this. So it's not a sinking ship. You don't have to run away unless it's too late, unless it's too scary for you. You can personally run away, but the best thing to do is just to push the clouds of purge somewhere else. And why am I so confident and predicting this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe this is an earth element territory, and then there is water element. but I am the earth element. I can feel where things are going. I just don't know what exactly is gonna happen. Alright, that's what's so exciting about life. You can't predict everything. You can just sort of have a general sense of a roller coaster ride that we're going. I wasn't even able to predict that Russians actually gonna attack, Ukraine. Like, why would they want war? Wouldn't be Russia just crushed completely? But no one can predict all the little fucking details that's gonna happen in that war. And that Russia was crushed, but by Ukraine being, reinforced by just more old equipment. And it's weird. Like, everyone says different things. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna resolve. And what the fuck, right? Like, why would Russia even do that? We're still not supposed to know, I guess. Because they only speak Russian, and if they speak Russian, they also say Russian things that we just not gonna understand. So basically, we have to just sit there and watch, like, and hopefully it doesn't spill out anywhere else. It's just Ukraine and Russian, and no one gets involved. But now North Korea wants to get involved, and how the fuck that place wasn't just fucking nuked from existence? Like, North Korea shouldn't fucking exist anymore. I'm just asking a simple question. Like, Russia can exist. It somewhat produces something somehow, but North Korea is a little bit fucking weird. Alright. Is it tied to Asia and China and all those things? If you attack it, like, someone's gonna also get upset? Like, it's weird. It's such an isolated garbage country that just needs to be destroyed because everyone's suffering in there. Everyone is trying to escape from that place. You just, what the fuck, right? But now North Korea wants to join in. Well, let's see what happens. It's weird, bro. It's really weird. Also, COVID is coming back. But now, for the second time for COVID to come back, well, guess what, my friends? People gonna get really upset. People gonna try and resist and collude. And the cloud is looming, and people know the name of COVID is like, oh, it's really bad. But what are you gonna do about it? How are you gonna put your threats in motion? Because you have to threaten people's lives. A person who's gonna deliver vaccine into your shoulder has to be threatened to die, to be killed by a random dude. Instead of actually perpetrating school shootings, we have to threaten people for their lives so they stop doing things we don't like. That is the purge. That is the best thing you can do in the purge, is just to push people away from doing stupid shit that we don't like anymore. We just screw it, okay? If there is pandemic going on, which I don't think there is, the only thing that's happening is just people's bodies are breaking down because it's a roller coaster ride. Now we're going down, like, physically, spiritually going down. So of course, just there's gonna be a lot of fucking fluids going on and expectations being broken, and people just gonna get very sick, until they're gonna get used to it. That's COVID, boys. But at the same time, there's a much sinister, direction to go of, like, talking about fear and immorality, and just government's obsessive control over things, an inability for them to explain things besides, making us feel silenced, making us feel like NPCs that we have to just follow orders whenever government decides it's necessary, regardless of what the consequence is going to be. So of course people are going to get upset about it. And I sort of understand the idea behind it. We need experience to learn, first of all. We need to appreciate experience. But as we're gonna bump in through the wall, and now we're gonna request love from people, now we're gonna understand positivity. slowly and surely. You know, you'll have to be patient now. You know, you'll still have to offer time. Time is just the most valuable resource we have. And there, like, you actually have limited amount of time. This is the coolest movie, top 3, boys. It's Matrix, In Time, and Scott Pilgrim versus the world, bro. Scott Pilgrim cannot be defeated, by the way, but this is also like up there. A movie that just kind of played with a simple concept, kind of in a shitty way, but holy fuck, it just destroyed my brain, dude. It's just unforgettable moment of looking at your clock of like, shit, I know when I'm gonna die, but there's so many ways to just take time from other people, right? Or just demand time from the banks or whatever. But it just opens up a can of worms of like, there's a resource that if you run out of that resource, you just die. It's a whole nother concept, basically. So we're getting there. In order to unlock just the concept of love, it takes me to, you know, look around myself and explain you guys the trendy things that are happening. You know, it might deter people from the future, but why would it be the case, right? This is historical moments we're talking about. And things that relates to YouTube as well as a whole. The YouTube as a country, bro. Yeah, like right now during Sniper Wolf drama, which is another huge thing to be going on. It's a cool distraction from all the other crazy things that are starting to be taking place, right? Again, France has shown that it can just start a riot, a violent riot, anytime. And just start attacking businesses. And everyone has the same vibe of like, they don't have a good solution. They just get angry, upset, and they destroy things. Like, you can threaten people. You can put a knife on their throat and take a hostage or whatever to teach a lesson. And maybe they say something disrespectful and then it's like, fuck, you want to die, basically. You're just asking for it. But you're also sacrificing your life for it, which is weird. Unless it's the purge. But again, you have to make the best moves possible. The best moves. I'm just also like defending myself and my uncontrollable urge to threaten people because, like, for fuck's sake, my life sucks, bro. I need solutions. I need to interconnect to people and like solve each other's problems, because everyone has them if they just sit there silently and do nothing and act like a fucking NPC that doesn't benefit anyone. Just grabbing experience as if it's still a normal thing to do. Clearly most people's strategies are not working anymore. And I have some fresh stuff to present on the table, bro. Again, when shit is going down, if you're a negative person and you don't know how to deal with problems and you don't appreciate things, you might just be destroyed and taken advantage of, at least. This is scary to me. You know, it's still scary. Like, holy shit. I'm hitting my 30s and I have to live a fucking terrifying life. We have all this technology, we can just be happy and stuff. We can sort of do our thing, but we're not supposed to like disconnect completely. But people are just like, oh, I can do my thing, and flies off into space, never to be seen again in any positive light. The moment people taste freedom, they just fly off and run away from reality itself. They cannot ground themselves and just make sure that everyone's happy, because I'm gonna fucking shoot your ass when I see you again. You know, there's no return ticket for that fucking trip into space. Alright? Unless you're happy about it. Unless you're happy to return. Something, you know? Some token of appreciation of like, I've been waiting, you know? I've been remembering things. So my classmates fucking reunite. And they don't give a fuck about me. Even though I remember every single person's name. And I cared it seemingly the most. I have the most memories and all that stuff. I'm willing to talk about stuff. I'm willing to share my experience of what I remember from the past. About my life. I have my perspective. I have my drama to deal with. And I want people to put their things in the basket before we meet. You know, why would we meet just to look into each other's faces and just go off? As if nothing really happened, we just kind of created something. Like, if it takes a lot of effort to just put things together. Alright? And not necessarily the same thing is gonna have the same value. Like, people get married, and it's gonna have the same value, bro. Every single time you get married to someone. It's like, you're gonna create a wonderful family, bro. It's weird. Because, now if you get married, you're kind of throwing shade on everyone else who might want to connect with you as just for a chat, for exchange of information. No one wants to do that. Just this no win-win trades being present is devastating to me. No win-win situations. What does that mean? Well, it means that no one is actually winning. No one is actually having a good time. They don't want to fucking admit it, though. Because they want to do their own thing. Alright. Well, let's see what happens when you pass through this. When people actually ask for your attention. What are you gonna do? Alright? Because I can give you warning signs. You're not gonna fucking listen to me. I'm not an authority person. But it's just gonna happen in the future. Alright? I wish people would listen to me and just acknowledge that it could possibly happen because life has to contain all sorts of things. You know, the ups and downs. And if you align yourself with 2020, you realize YouTube Rewind disappeared for a reason. And I was like brokenhearted about it, but I'm like, I'll just pick it up for myself now. I know how to do it, you know. I have a feeling I can do it. I can not only appreciate celebrities, but do it as my job. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing experience. And while everyone else's lives are being destroyed, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. There's no interconnection for me to worry about. I'm not here to save anyone's ass. I just see everyone being toxic, disrespectful, and pathetic, basically. Absolutely pathetic. In attempts to defend their asses, or just lie to me, gaslight me, all kinds of stupid things. I don't know what superpowers they have, but they surely are not talking about it, or not talking about any spiritual things, just sexual nonsense. It doesn't even imply sexuality, or more sexuality, or exploration of any kind, because I'm still a fucking virgin, bro. So, yeah, my friends, things will have to change, one way or the other, and people just decided not to worry about it. That's great. Like, I would be so respected if they just at least worry about it. Like, this is where you also, like, harvest respect and love for people. Because well, this is where you prove, technically. But it's so much more powerful if you do it while you're spending and wasting love of your own, right? Because, like, you have to give in order to be able to establish respect and bridges to people that you like. in order to like fulfill your destiny, build your destiny up. And when we reach this point, when things are starting to like move around, and people are starting to like wake up and realize, oh my god, the other people need help, and we have to like care for each other and all that shit. Blah blah blah. We'll see what happens, basically. I will cover the whole spiel, but I also have to throw a warning in there. There's gonna be a lot more personal stuff to deal with for me. You'll have to follow my story like a 50-50 thing. Because I have to deal with my mom, who's super fucking toxic and stupid. And fat. You know, mom's so fat joke actually applies. And it's disturbing. But my mom's so ignorant, basically. And doesn't want to talk to me. You know? Cool. You want to go to war with me. You want to be resentful. You're just gonna think like the same strategy is gonna work. But that's the whole point. And I feel like dominoes are still falling in her head. You know, she went mentally ill at some point. And she cares to like keep the connection going because I'm the only hope of like keeping her alive right now, just by actually cheap foods while she cannot even control herself. I keep my mom alive. It's the other way around. She now sits in my basement. I'm the head of the house, bro. She just pays taxes because I don't give a fuck about that right now. It's some dirty work that she can play with because she got used to it, and I haven't even touched that. Because well, what's gonna change? I'm not gonna change numbers. I'm not gonna negotiate about taxes. Utility taxes, bro. Alright, so let's start laying things down. I will have to cover more real things, because even my mom is super shady, bro. Like when a phone rings, oh my god, I want to fucking gossip around, and I want to act like a normal person. And when the phone is put down, oh, I'm just gonna lay in my bed, marinating on that medication, and just enjoying doing absolutely nothing. One way you can waste love is doing absolutely nothing. That is crazy, bro. Like, you're not gonna gain any respect from me. The only reason why she has gold right now is because of food and shelter, and that she exists next to me. So there's no escape from her farts and her, you know, like cleaning up her nose in her apartment and all that shit. You know, that she has to do just sometimes questionably, really questionable behavior, bro. Because you can do things more efficiently, but maybe you have to acknowledge that I have grown up and I have opinions and suggestions, and that you might want to try some of that. If you don't want to try, then holy shit, what the fuck, right? I don't even have a choice. You know, but I guess we're not friends then. We're just like we're just roommates. Mom mates, basically. Fucking hell, bro. We're just roommates now. We're not even friends. It's not a friendly relationship we have here. It's just, I have a pathetic fat roommate, is what's going on. But it's heartbreaking because, like, she gave life to me. So, I guess my reality is now fucking, in this mystical position of, like, is my reality fucking garbage? Because this is the one that I got from my mom, right? Is the entire reality garbage and not worth living for? Yeah. It's that bad. I don't have the answer. I just know there's people that I would, you know, like to meet one day and see what's up. But to be willing to live a life like this, it's a question now. Unfortunately, I'll try my best. I'll try to focus on reality more. I can't promise to have all the right skills for the problems that I'm about to face. You know, I'm trying to like elevate the problem so I can just pop the bubble, just destroy it before it fucking hatches eggs and infests my house with dick roaches, basically. I mean, at some point it has to be defeated before it starts the problem. Because everyone would like that right now. You know, you want things so much, and it's, eventually you just want violence. You can't control yourself. That's another way to waste love. Is, again, being immoral is the most basic way to do it, but you can easily waste love if you wish for violence or even discomfort from other people. Again, the reason why I burned the witch from my Discord is she was like, it's completely fine. Are you a devil or who? Where was it? It depends. I find it funny to make my friends awkward because I want the conversation. You know? Yeah, great, like that's cool. But what if I get awkward? Because we went through layers and layers of awkwardness. And you don't win the conversation by just pulling me down into the fucking depths of hell. I'm already here. I'm pulling you down. We're just stepping down together, you know. Except one difference is I dug deeper, my friends. I dug deeper. Not into the darkness, but into where the good people are hiding, you know, and you might want to see their faces of like, hey, I brought someone new here, guys. Except she's a witch. She wants you to feel awkward and stuff, and not like actually loved and appreciated for existing in the caverns, you know, hiding from the fucking apocalypse. She wants to make you feel awkward of like, oh, I found you. The fuck? We found you. And you burn. You better leave. You better run the fuck out of here. But not to your friends. But holy shit. And yeah, leave some self-esteem, leave some love. We at least want to take a picture of you running away, because like that's fascinating stuff. Again, everyone hates me as I talked about Sniper Wolf's drama. Every single person is like, dislike and shitpost on my face and just watch like 1.5 minutes of that content. And I covered like 10 videos already. There's 10 hours of me bitching about Sniper Wolf versus Jacksfilms because people can't understand a simple thing that there's infinite amount of TikToks. The Jacksfilms is now harassing Sniper Wolf by engaging into infinite satire and making it the main type of content. Like, people don't understand like the basic arguments I'm laying down. They're not listening anymore. They don't want to listen. Like, if you want to participate in drama, you have to fucking unplug your ears first. If you want to be successful in drama, you have to be able to hear arguments from the other side that you're not siding with. It's so easy to just take a side, but I'll help you with one thing. Toxic masculinity, all right? Jacksfilms is way more dangerous to side with because he's male. He can change his mind. He has brain. He can change his mind the moment he approaches danger. The moment Sniper Wolf actually flexes her sniper rifle and says, well, it just takes one bullet to pop your head off. You know, the moment that happens, maybe Jacksfilms is gonna fucking change his mind a little bit. And maybe he's gonna be like, oh, who wants my channel or whatever? Because I don't want to fucking associate with this stuff. And I'll just pick it up from where he left. I want to see how hateful people can truly be. Because this, it's not amusing to me. It's just like, it's entertainment for everyone. Alright? It's entertainment for everyone. And it's more educational because it's different. It's unusual. So that's going on. Again, as you spend love, as you spend time, again, time is one of those like free resources that you just get over time. You know, and I'm tracking every single thing here. I have this mechanical heart where I appreciate every single second that I spend with someone, right? Mostly minute, because seconds are very hard to keep track of. But I track of every single minute, bro. I don't waste time. Time is too precious. If I can give my time to someone, I will try and spread it all the way around. Mr. Beast might like money, but I have found an even more valuable resource. And I'm not gonna let him slide anymore. Alright? And have a smooth ride. Someone has to replace him after all. To not have a dictator on YouTube. To change the seasons a little bit. I had enough of Mr. Beast and entertainment industry as a whole trying to fucking crawl and take over YouTube. Education comes first. Alright? Comes first and foremost. If we can improve people's lives, that is way more important. This is why TikTok is winning right now. TikTok has an opportunity, a window, a small window, to just make their own platform like YouTube. And as long as it's educational as TikTok, you just copy and paste TikTok, make it, you know, horizontal, not vertical videos. And all of a sudden, it could grow out of control and just defeat this toxic platform. You know, I'm not saying TikTok is not toxic. It's just now we're down. We're giving an opportunity. A lot of people are down these days, and they're gonna recognize there's different way of life in general, different principles you can pick up, and everything is gonna shift based on the trends that we pick up. With the trend package, you know, encapsulated, there's a principle. Always there's a principle of like, if you do this behavior, good things will happen. That's how trends are formed. But I can see trends before they even happen, because I'm very cunning at looking into the future and just picking up on anything. Of course, I'm gonna miss a few trends here and there, but I know what's best for humanity moving forward, and I will be able to see if something good is happening. Because even the AI trend is like, some people picked it up, some people just dismissed it as like, now it's boring, but I'll just grab things as a consumer, like whatever, right? But when it comes to trends, again, everyone is going to benefit. When it comes to drama, everyone is going to benefit, because it's easy to contribute as long as you're contributing something goddamn new, and not just siding with Jacksfilms and saying the same two things, basically. She's stealing content and has nothing transformative for her content. That's all I have to say, guys. Please like my video, subscribe, and give me money. It's hard to debunk when you label it as stealing. It's hard to debunk when you don't watch her content. You know, it's hard to debunk your claims. It's one of those Earth is flat moments, but you just refuse to see it the other way around. You know, this is just so stupid. Alright, so let's get up to speed. But yeah. Drama can only be fueled by new arguments. Alright? And perspectives. And people. This is why I moved on from Jacksfilms, and especially as I feel like he just lost. He just lost my attention. And I was just gonna move forward in case there is someone else. And now there is. And I want to see how far this drama is just gonna last. Because now it's just dangerous for everyone. It's very dangerous because now it's getting very deep and dark. And interconnected to a lot more things. Just toxicity as a whole, you know, pops out. Because I'm able to, like, unleash toxicity. I'm able to, like, poke people's interest to some extent. Right? And I'm gonna be better and better at it. Because I get views. Right? I get some attention. Even if it's negative, it's still better than nothing. Right? But it's just so painful to try and, like, use YouTube as a actually social platform. It's not a social, it's an entertainment platform, right? But I just want to be friendly with people without showing my face, that is. Friendly and educational. And Mr. Beast appreciates education, but, you know, not enough. It's not enough anymore. It's not going to impress me anymore. Now I should triangulate it into evil. So let's see all the ways we can waste love. Alright, we have found 2 ways. So let's highlight that shit. Easily. By wanting violence, basically having bad intentions, bad principles also is a crazy way. Now, why would principles be so important? Bad principles break you as a person, make you dysfunctional. So basically, you just can't generate love properly anymore. How are you gonna be able to find time to spend with other people when you have to fix your own fucking shit, right? You can't do that. You have to find some simple, cheap thing that you like doing that's also connecting you with other people. Usually just talking is great. That's what I chose to do. But you can do other things. But you have to at least be a little bit of a chatbot and type things on your keyboard. You know, and make sure you're just not using just a phone. You have to establish yourself a little bit. Turn your, you know, your room into more of a workspace and not just gaming space, not the escape from the rest of the world. You have to, like, put yourself in a nice comfortable state where you go to work, but you also work at home as well. And there's the middle ground of you interacting with friends. You give them the valuable things from your workplace, like, you know, expensive dinner. I don't know, bro. Getting into their wedding with a nice suit and tie or whatever. Because you have money. You can be fancy and stuff. But at home, you also have to work. Women work exclusively sometimes, and it creates a family unit. Somehow I'm working at home all the time. The only time I go outside is just to check the vibe and go to grocery store. Does that outweigh? No, it's probably not that big of a thing in comparison. So I'm not sure how it fares with me because I don't get rewarded, you know. I am jealous of people who have established themselves and they like their jobs, but I don't feel like this is happening. I just feel like generally people just are unapproachable, right? Another way to waste love that, you know, people love so much. The go-to NPC way of wasting love is silence and silencing, pointing fingers, saying, you wrong, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this, shut the fuck up, blah, 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 and skull emojis, basically. Just, oh, all these bad feelings that I have to care for you, you know, like a fucking baby that you are. And other people dare to say, after they became a baby, it's like, you're like a 10-year-old. Oh, you want a friend that's also a 10-year-old. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion. Go fuck yourself. Alright? Trying to change my life. Trying to silence me, silence yourself, silence the whole fucking world, basically, around you. As if, like, nothing bad is happening, guys. I'm an NPC, I get money, I get sex, I get drugs, blah, 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 blah. You know. Everyone's content with their life. And if you're not content with your life, you're a piece of shit, basically, you know. Oh no, I am unhappy with my life. And, oh, I am the problem. I have to be solved. I have to be, you know, exterminated. Like a roach. Like, I'm just sitting in one place. Where do I go? What do I do? You know, to improve my life. Anyone has a fucking clue? Because right now, my life improvement ticket is watching TikTok, bro. That's how I improve my life. Unless I have enough blood boiling to just vomit on the fucking videos that you're watching right now. Just, my blood is boiling. I need to fucking escape this insanity, bro. I should deepen my voice because, like, oh, that would sound a lot better, wouldn't it? I constantly think about it. But I want to just, you know, I want to feel like a real person because my microphone still just pitches me upwards like a little baby. I feel like a little baby just like you, man. Except you don't want to fucking admit it. You know. Denying reality. And not being honest. Like, the most basic principles of just, like, express your feelings and appreciate facts. You know, facts and feelings have to be taken care of. Facts, collect facts. Make sure your feelings are clean. The things that reoccur every single day, they're not negative. That your opinions are not immediately negative. Now, for me to form an opinion, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I do it every day. I'm not gonna do it for special occasions anymore. Every day is a special occasion. But when I ask people to form their opinions, it's a tough job for them. It would start a conversation. My friend did it. I'm very proud. It's just negative opinions about first world problems, basically. So, I don't want to fucking hear that. Oh, my messenger app not working properly. I don't give a fuck. On your phone? Jesus Christ. Maybe you should use Discord. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. You know. It's crazy. Discord, I don't think it's dysfunctional at all. I think it's the best place for everything. But you do you, man. I could say to him right now, because that's a new thing. But I just know he wouldn't give a fuck about Discord. He wouldn't give a fuck about that. Even though it's slightly better, you can organize things, but he wouldn't give a fuck, bro. Why should I care? Why should I bother learning all this stuff? You know, what's the benefit? And I'm like, well, you spend time entertaining yourself, right? That means you have time to improve your fucking life and try new things. If you have time for entertainment, you have time to try new things and not be a little bitch about it. You know, if someone holds my hand, I'm gonna try new things. If someone says this is good, this new application is good, I'm gonna check it out. I'm not gonna be a little bitch and whine about it. It's entertainment, I'll take it. You know, it's a different kind of entertainment. This guy's bitching about movies and stuff. You know, how generic they are. I haven't even watched that many movies to see them being generic. But now I'm just sexually lustful to the point of like, I will only watch movies if there's hot babes in there. Like, now I'm just, you know, surrounded by so much bullshit. I need positivity. I need sexuality, like, to drive me forward. It's the only driving force now. The lights me up, but it's great. It works. It still works. Even if I'm blinded by the light, basically. By the only light that I see. The most blinding light is the one in pitch black darkness. So what else? What else can you do to waste love? And the big question is like, how are we gonna transition? But this question I probably will not be able to answer in this video, because it's still very difficult to say. What I can say is, again, time is the most valuable resource, so you can spend time on other people, but you will also have to spend time here receiving love. So you have to open your mind and open yourself up, just like receive whatever universe gives you now. Right now I can just reject everything because everything is toxic and stupid and cruel. But when people get damaged and they discover you as a good person, they'll start offering you like really powerful things, and I will have to obviously choose, because not everything fits my system, but like I will definitely try and catch them all, catch all them Pokemon, and appreciate everything I receive. Why is it so easy to receive things all of a sudden in this period? I think women actually gonna find their true powers. Like, we dealing with toxic masculinity right now. Oh, just men sort of making content, appearing in videos, but they're just garbage. They themselves, like people, they're garbage. And the content is also questionable of like, does this actually serve any purpose? Does anyone actually like this? Or they just enjoying pain and suffering and nothingness and emptiness? You can lose yourself very quickly, bro. But it's fine. It's fine. I can do better. And I'll move on. And eat my dust, basically. So the real reason why people hate me, and let's be honest about it, they can't keep up. They have no even a reference point of like, who can even keep up with me anymore? Who can even understand and comprehend me, even though I have clear language? There's no language barrier, my friends. You can sit down, ask me questions, and I'll fill in the blanks, and hopefully that's good enough for you. Otherwise, I'm way too fast for you. Go watch some baby stuff. Go watch some Annoying Orange to learn some puns at least. And by all means, watch Sniper Wolf, because she's dealing with TikTok. She's dealing with an actual education platform where you can quickly find things that you wouldn't normally find on YouTube. Because you're just looking at your subscription box, probably. Or your recommendations of, you know, which one do you like to click, though? Which thumbnail is more appealing? More clickbaity? I mean, honesty is important, and I feel like people sometimes lie to themselves. Just heavily lie. They think that most stuff doesn't matter. Most decisions they do don't matter. I mean, most people are in, I want to do my things no matter what phase. And the only thing they avoid is like bad feelings. Bad feelings, because they can't control themselves. Like, the world is very vicious when it comes to like how real the feelings start to become, and how it just infects your entire body if you do wrong things. Like, the Matrix is set. You can call it God, but I just call it life. It's just nature. If you do bad things, your entire body is gonna say, no, maybe push some fucking brakes, because I'm breaking down. I can't sustain this sort of feeling anymore. So feelings have to be respected to an extreme case. And you can't just do whatever you want. You have to consider that there's something you have to do on top of that. Some moral behavior. I personally have to, you know, challenge myself and find sources of courage and sweetness and positivity, basically. Like the easy, cheesy positivity. But I can always leave that empty space for someone else to fill in. You know, and if no one is helping me, no one is offering me things, and I have to do everything myself, like, yes, I get a lot of credit for it, but I have to take a lot of breaks, and it's exhausting as well. And my life is just kind of like all over the place. Alright. Pretty scary. Yeah, if humanity just runs out of love, like, we're gonna hit hard. This is the line of God, bro. Literally God. I received some unholy consciousness here, because my life had to change significantly. I just hit a brick wall really hard, which means like I was in on the ride, and now I'm here. I'm kind of trapped in between, in the edges of the universe. I hit so hard I died. You know, I changed so hard you wouldn't recognize me as what I used to be anymore. You just wouldn't be able to recognize me. Everything just changed and shifted, and I changed my priorities very quickly. Because I realized, like, programming is not the right thing to do. So another thing you can waste your time on you can do something to feel like you're making progress, but not actually. If you see that you're not making enough progress and you can do something better, you gotta switch, no matter what people say. And it's so evil to try and stop me. There was this fucking dude in a home chat. He tried to stop me, basically. And it would take a long time for me to scroll up. So there's a better way to do it, I think. Blah, blah, blah. I put a whole video about it. basically this guy started fucking writing. I'm saying like AI is gonna fucking fix all the problems. I'm dealing with the engine stuff, and he's like, oh, if AI does it, it loses piece of humanity. Bro, I have to work, bro. I have to work. I have to make sure my work is efficient enough so I'm fast enough to finish all my good deeds. All the things that I want to do in life, I can actually finish that. You know? And this guy just took the fucking opposite side naturally. I'm that fucking strong. I need everyone to resist me, you know, by nature. Fantastic. I love that. I can't have any friends. I love that. That means I'm really efficient at just being on my own and no one can fix my shit because I'm just too good at fixing it myself, at doing things myself. And I just resist all the toxic garbage that comes with having friends. Because everyone wants to get credit from you. Everyone wants to take their benefits whenever they can, or they will, you know, threaten breaking up the relationship or whatever. It's just the dumbest thing. Just wannabes, basically. I'm not sure what the positive sides are of this want to do whatever you want behavior, of this extrovert vibe that's going on. That if you truly do whatever you want, you're going to become an extrovert. You're going to just talk with strangers and engage in all sorts of things. I've been in UK, I've been in a phase where I'm like walking around aimlessly. I talked with I was approached by a homeless woman. I knocked on a window and I'm said like, oh, I have a story to tell. And I hopped in some stranger's car. You know, I bumped into more strangers. It's just weird. I got kicked out of a bar, you know, for lurking around and not buying anything. I just got some weird shit experience for just aimlessly walking around, you know. I love that. So the dude with the car drove me to a Chinese place, Chinese food place, and I sit there with fucking French fries that he bought me, and fucking crying. He leaves and I'm just crying. I was like, because I never had that experience, and it's just so painful. Of like, people have so much stuff to offer, but they forgot the trading parts. They forgot to be social. They forgot how life actually operates. Where facts and feelings actually are. They're hidden by layers of time itself. I call it 1434 principle. There's government in the way of your feelings and facts. Because this is where society is. This is where you get all the basic things. You know, the basic understanding of life itself. At the top. Illuminati, basically. Illuminati is the simplest fucking concept of all time. At the top of the pyramid, there's probably something fucking valuable to understand, to comprehend. That's not actually toxic. Like, popularity is not toxic. But you feel like as people become popular, they become rich. Number 3, break through this layer, they become rich. If you are a big influencer on YouTube, you become naturally rich. However, I'm rich with time, and time well spent. I have a different sort of resource that I'm proud of having. So, you gotta be careful. It's not about money. Oh, 100%, it's not always about money, bro. Which is why Mr. Beast can run faster when he reinvests all his money into his videos. He can run faster. Doesn't mean it works in a long run or forever. It's not gonna work. He has to sit down and get fucking educated by me, basically. I'll take the cake. I'll take the stick that you're carrying. I can get 300 million subscribers if I want to. Fuck that shit. If you like numbers so much, I'll educate you, my friends. I'll Taylor Swift you, my friends. Yeah. What is that? This has switched from, you know, being rich enough to afford a nice lifestyle. A nice lifestyle, have a lot of friends. This has switched into like being somewhat well educated. Well educated, have a lot of technology surrounding you. You have a good time basically in your comfort zone or whatever. And you can make friends pretty easily. You know, you can talk to strangers if you have to. And you usually do. But you can just walk around freely. That's the vibe of like the first layer. I broke the first layer because I broke the second layer because I have to be the best. I broke into the fucking society. I understand the whole concept of all these layers. But people don't see that. People just want to be toxic because society doesn't exist to them. And they don't even see it when I fucking deliver it to their as a response. Do you want a personalized response? Because I guess you do, but only if you do very minimal effort. Personalized response. The only personalized response that actually works is a proper conversation and appreciation. Otherwise, you're not going to discover society that easily. Bruh. Alright? Also, a weird thing that happened in UK, I was walking down the street. There was a girl walking and I'm like stopping. Because it was just an awkward crossover. Of like there's a abandoned, opened up place that was curious, and there was, you know, a girl that just kind of stunned me. And I stopped for a moment. And then she stops. And that fucking was awkward. You know. Obviously you expect something to happen. But it's that indication of like some people want things to happen. They're ready for it at the same time. But they want good things to happen, right? Be careful. Be careful what you wish for, because if you truly want something, you gotta get it yourself. You know, you gotta put your effort into it. But it was a great indication of like, this is weird. People are just acting weird if you just add your intentions in there. But not really finish anything. You just roam around and stuff happens. It's weird. The last thing they have to break through is power. You know, the government level. This is the business level. This is just the base level. Local ownership level. You know, you're proud of yourself. This is the government level. This is like pretty high level, right? What does that mean though? That means that everything you do is sort of like clean, well organized, very much empowering. It teaches a lot about life. It's a high altitude, basically, existence. Really high altitude, like, you truly have mastery and efficiency over your things. You have learned principles that they even exist. Because learning and truly educating yourself means you putting yourself at risk at learning these new things, but rightfully so. You become your own scientist as well. You become operational and self-sufficient. You have your brain for yourself and not dedicated to anyone else. You don't have to bow down to any other authority. That's what government means, because you own it. At some point in my life, I said, the way to beat government is just to make more governments. You know, just to outcompete the government, because this number 4 is sitting at the 3rd place, meaning it can be outcompeted. The last thing has to be outpowered. You know, last one is very difficult to actually master, because you now have to master the power itself. I have to get off my ass and start exercising for that moment when I feel like I'm either threatened, I have to prepare myself, I'm upset about something, I feel uncomfortable, maybe my body feels uncomfortable. I gotta at least exercise. It's a good place to start when it comes to like social behavior, right? But you have to just be very, very strong as an individual, just impenetrable force, like an Iron Man. This one stands for a fucking Iron Man suit. You gotta find one of those, because the only Iron Man suit is being able to like cuddle with people and make a meat shield, basically, and become a giant meatball that just destroys the size of giant buildings, basically. You know, like turning yourself into Godzilla. Either you have an Iron Man suit of like impenetrable defense, or you're just a giant creature, or just like something that no one can actually possibly defeat and no one would want problems with. But that's when, only when you truly understand how society works and what kind of superpowers you can have in life. And that's tough. Alright? These are the only waters left hanging around, and it's gonna be rotating out, you know, out of this expansion of life itself. I've figured all these matrices, I still haven't received, oh wow, how cool is that? And no one even acknowledges your information. How stupid people have to be. I haven't received that comment yet. You know, I haven't seen people hang around for long enough to make friends with them. So, great. I guess I'll just keep moving forward, because I have a lot more shit to explore. Is the time matrix, explaining different levels of power. And simply because I have the time matrix, I pretty much just naturally master it as it is. But just having matrices is not dealing with reality. I have to constantly challenge myself to get as real of an experience as possible. It's tough, alright? It's tough. It's pure madness, bro. But at least it's way better staircase story, way better history to be made than what Mr. Beast did by saying Jake Paul 100,000 times. I'm sure that's pretty cool. And giving 50% of his net worth to a homeless person, hoping that that's helpful. But he went viral, because no one else would dare to do something like this. No one dare to be this fucking suicidal for a homeless person. So I guess that worked. Mr. Beast now on top. Congratulations, man. But if he gets shot down like a plane, it's not gonna be, you know, that respect. Because not only Mr. Beast is gonna go down like a regular person across 8 years of existing on YouTube, just gonna go down and retire, because he probably should consider that very much. But he can still be shot down. He can still hit rock bottom just by hitting a fucking wall of no thanks, you go to jail now instantly. But for that to happen, like, everyone else have to have the amount of knowledge that I have. They have to actually know the shit that I know, which is impossible because my shit is not spreading enough, not sprouting, and not even collecting interest. I get like 20 views, and will that fucking change the world? Not really, but domino effects do happen. And Jacksepticeye is kind of like the proof of that. Like, wow, he just kind of shares the same sentiment, even though I don't even like these Let's Players who just deal with horror games. I don't even like Jacksepticeye. I would never fucking interact with this guy. But he somehow picked up on the sentiment. Wow. And just unveiled a piece of a triangle, a triforce. Best thing to spend is time. So I put myself naturally, like, I really want time. I really want to answer all these questions. I really want to help people. You know, I put myself in that position. I want to help myself. And it just felt like time is the best thing to spend. And not just like money for experience, for some bullshit. To harvest relationships that are fake and just based on financial values or charisma values, all this fucking fake shit that can be broken down anytime. If you don't appreciate time, we cannot have a relationship. We just can't. It's like the most valuable resource, and you don't even give a fuck about that. If you spit on my time, we can't have any relationship. And if I rule the world, you'll have to go somewhere else. You know, there's Mars out there. Not for flat Earth people. You're not gonna find Mars. You spend just enough time to understand that Earth is flat, but if you don't like me, we have a problem now. Where are you gonna fucking go, bro? If I rule the world, where are you gonna go? I want to know how you solve problems like that. Very curious. Without actual trading, there's nothing that you can change for the better. Without win-win situations, boys. So now the definition of love is on the table, bro. And this is a tough one. What is the definition of love? Well, it breaks down to two concepts, positive care, but it doesn't explain everything. Positive care is a 0-0. It's positive and caring. These are two eggs, basically. That's how you have to look at it. 1-1 is actually negative forces in terms of binary. Right, this is the binary representation of a win-win situation. There's two eggs. It's a win-win. Two empty spaces for any character to exist. So that's good. But positive care in general has to be two things, right? For a care to be positive, you have to fulfill two concepts, which is consistency, and well, power, the mightiness, the being able to defeat evil. That's what mighty is. Power just like is not really a positive word, but mightiness for me seems like you just smite evil, smite fucking all the giant spiders and zombies and all that garbage out of existence, bro. All the dead stuff. So, where can you find the easiest positive care? The best representation of that, because we're dealing with a 0-0. And the reason why I put 0-0 is because it's water. Alright, again, that's the social construct of number 1. Water. So it flows like a river, it's consistent. You show up every day in a specific place. Show your consistency. Great. Now, I want more wiggle room when it comes to like workplaces. I cannot call this workplace mentality. But what Sniper Wolf does is she shows up every day. And I appreciate it so much. I want to see what the vibe of the day is. What is the Sniper Wolf vibe of today? In fact, I'm gonna do something unthinkable and actually subscribe to her. Even though she would take up my subscription box space. I'll just fucking do it, bro. Illegal to watch, boys. You're gonna see something that's illegal to watch. And this bond is gonna last forever because I don't see a reason. I know what she's posting. Look, I've watched all of this stuff now. I'm in such a position where like everything matters now to me. Every single move she makes, I'm like, I'm gonna care about it. Because she adds personality in there, in her videos. Even if it's small amounts of personality, I understand because you can't just vomit out your personality all of a sudden. But if she's gonna be mocked for like, oh, it's a nothing burger, it's a random tangent, like none of this fucking matters, right? It's a weird flex. Like let's just trash everything she says. You know, let's just program people to hate Sniper Wolf really badly. Like it's an interesting thing that Jacksfilms is doing. It is harassment though, and he will have to be punished. Absolutely. His weapon that he's brewing will have to be taken away from him, you know, one way or the other. But I'll just let him have it, because I don't have enough power to just press one button and make him disappear. So he's not going to be threatened by my presence no matter how many videos I upload and how many comments I respond to. He's not going to be threatened. He can press a button on me and make me disappear. But that doesn't mean he has the upper hands, because harassment just slows everyone down. Everyone down, and that's why they hate me. I'm way faster than they are, because harassment is just not going to give you any ability to even argue with me. You're just going to be blinded by and call me a simp or whatever. Like, just do that. It's so easy, though. It's just so easy to dismiss me, right? But come up with something cooler than a simp. You know, have I been simping this whole video? I just made a big announcement like, yeah, I'm gonna be subscribed. I wasn't even subscribed up to that point because I care about my fucking free space that I see on my subscription box. Sniper Wolf would be one of those people, very questionable. If you upload every day, it better be fucking good, man. It better be interesting. But if I watched all your stuff, like, there's no escape. Alright, it's just a natural thing to do. And if you're a council member, I have to subscribe. Otherwise, it's just awkward. And she's number 21 right now. Rivaling PewDiePie himself, bro. Holy shit. We're back in business, bro. If you compare PewDiePie with Sniper Wolf wins anytime. Where's PewDiePie stealing Jacksfilms content? He stole Jacksfilms' idea, and he's reacting to fucking Reddit posts. You know, there's nothing really transformative about that. I didn't feel like PewDiePie was actually on top of the leaderboard when it comes to content. But then I'm discovering Sniper Wolf, and I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty good. It takes time to like discover a person like this, because you can be easily blindfolded by just off-putting vibes. Like, even the thumbnails are kind of off-putting and you wouldn't want to click on it just because her face is like fucking repeated over and over again. It just feels lazy, right? Of course you can improve your content in that sense. Of course it feels repetitive. But in general, I'm like, I'm getting used to it. It took me a lot of time. But and I'm pretty sure no one has enough time to get used to it. No one has time for it. But if you have time for harassment, you have time to be fucking educated by force. Alright? Bad people, go to detention, bitches. You're gonna sit here in detention, in YouTube detention, whatever it takes. I see harassment. And if you don't want to just get your button clicked and disappear from YouTube in your entirety, you'll have to sit detention, my friends. And learn things and show me respect or suffering, whichever one you decide. you know. But I really want to go to the toilet. My bladder is exploding. Let's wait until it explodes. Maybe you will suffer, actually, you know. I'll probably let them loose at some point. But I want to see some bladders exploding, bro. I've never seen that before. I live in a fantasy world, and the only way I know it all works is if my body just fucking squirts out the lemon juice, you know, the sexual stuff, the baby juice. But it's such an interesting feedback. It's like I've criticized NoFap community immediately, you know. So let's just say this one thing, not taking care of your body. Things are flowing, pleasure is waiting sometimes, you know. And you have to appreciate it. You just have to let yourself flow and stretch yourself out a little bit and see what you can do with it. What you can do with your body that's gonna give you good feelings instead of feeling hangover. And sometimes like bad feelings, you have to appreciate bad feelings because you have created them somehow without anything happening in particular. You just created a bad feeling of like, what the fuck is this, right? You're gonna sit there and contemplate and appreciate it. I have something to think about. Most people don't. Most people need entertainment. Most people need to do something. Most people need to keep themselves busy. While you just got a bad feeling, and as long as it's not a pursuit over your life, it's completely fine. Even bad feelings, you can be grateful for, as long as you have made them yourself. You know, you have created this bad feeling. Now I have something to entertain yourself with. Anytime you want to remember that shit. Don't let yourself forget things. This is another thing, just burying memory, basically. I think I talked about it, no? Must not let any memories fade out, lose factual value. Meaning, again, facts and feelings have to be appreciated. But this is another different sort of appreciation. After you take care of facts and feelings, make sure they are there, you know, in the past. Double check if the facts or feelings are still there, if you didn't just decided to brush something away from your history as if it's not supposed to exist anymore because it's obstructing your future or something, or obstructing your ability to be immoral. Everything has a reason to exist. Everyone deserves space to exist. In your past, anything that happens is a good thing. It's not supposed to be a traumatic experience. You can twist it a little bit to make yourself comfortable with it, because you have plenty of time, hopefully, to like shrink things down, simplify, but not delete. Deletion is not allowed because it changes the course of history entirely. One deleted thing deletes a package of experience, and that package of experience can be a domino effect of destruction to your entire life. That one experience could be holding roots of more experience, you know. So you have this matrix, which is crazy already. It's crazy already. But let's say you cut off a piece of your experience here, and it's like 10 points of experience, but it could just reoccur over and over again. and you actually deleted your experience because it was interconnected with a lot of shit, and you just cut off this root system of 2000 experience. Imagine that. By just looking at this thing and saying like, oh, it's ugly. Looking back all the way into the past. Again, people who wanted to make class reunion looked into the class reunion as like, oh, it's ugly now because there's this ugly, smelly person who doesn't want to fucking shut up about his feelings and stuff. And his feelings seem to be pretty disheartening, basically. I was like suicidal at some point. I'm like, please, can someone actually like help me? Like, can actually someone be helpful now that I ask for help explicitly? Can someone actually do it instead of bitching around and offering me nothing? Because like, things have to come to me now. I want to gravitate to help. You know, no, it's not gonna happen. And I can sort of resonate with people being in stressful positions, but I'm like literally suicidal. You know, I literally don't know what to do. But I had one ticket home. One home ticket I could have returned to my mom. I was resentful of my mom. I thought it's just not gonna work out. And it wasn't really working out because she was kind of like messed up person. And a reason to leave and a reason not to return. But she called me and I'm like, wow, that's really magical moment. Like, she's reaching out to me at the perfect time when I'm like really suicidal, really in pain. You know, like this is one of the moments that like puts my mom in a really good spot for a very long time, because I had no solutions. I just escaped, and if I wasn't welcome at home, I would just die, right? It would be game over for me. But she gave me a continuation, so I'm like, okay, let's play. But if your continuation is shit and I should rather be dead, then not good. But so far, you know, I can make most of my time, I can have good things come to me. I might need more continuations though, because life doesn't seem to fucking stop throwing bullshit at me. You know, I might need to actually find more help and ask for help one more time. And it's just drown them in the miserable experience of asking for help. It's insane, bro. Anyone wants to make TikToks for $1,000, bro? No, not in my place. My place is a little bit different. Welcome to Europe, guys. No one has $1,000. Or they already spent it on potato chips. Bro, it's some crazy bullshit. Like, the moment inflation hit, everyone complained about potato chips. Because that's the only fucking price they know in their fucking heads, bro. The moment inflation hits, everyone seemed to relate to potato chip fries. Which is weird. I'm not gonna lie, this is fucking weird. This is just sounds like privileged bullshit to me. Just absolute privileged garbage. And like, inflation is not gonna stop as long as we have this privileged mindset. Of like, businesses can take advantage of us and we have nothing better to do than just look at potato chip prices in order to convey information about inflation, bro. Well, yeah, your entertainment price goes up naturally when education is required, when there's violence around you. You have to like reinforce your fucking armor a little bit. So your entertainment, your first world problems just gonna fucking go away a little bit, won't they? You gotta fucking open your eyes a little bit. And it just pisses me off to such an extreme extent when people flex their first world problems during the apocalypse. For fuck's sake, man. Apocalypse. Maybe don't flex first world problems. There's people who will eat you. And you're just giving them a reason to do that. Back to cannibalism we fucking go, baby. You know, but cannibalism in a way of like, knock knock, my friend, what do you have in your fridge? Now it's gonna be empty today. Alright, go back to the fucking grocery store, because your fridge is gonna be empty now. I've decided. Alright, we're gonna spend some time in your home looking around. What you have in there? What kind of first world are you living in your little fucking room? Let's explore this fucking hellscape that you have created for yourself. That you don't even like the good stuff. You know, the good stuff, the good type of life, you don't even like it. You don't even compare yourself to other people properly to find that we're all struggling, you know? We're all struggling, but you struggle in a completely different and deranged way, and you're unrelatable to us. If you shared resources, then you would struggle properly. If you just hoard resources for yourself and remain greedy, there's nothing to relate to anymore. You can just have your things, but whoopsie noodles, boys. Not trying to help in any way. And hoarding resources for yourself. Can't relate to that, boys. That's another way to waste love. You're just not very helpful. You're not very useful to society. You waste love by being kicked the fuck out. It was like, I don't need you anymore. Alright? And if that results you in not being able to function in life, good. You're gonna come back with a lot of love all of a sudden to spend. You're just gonna unlock your basement. You're gonna look into your fucking drawers. You're gonna look for any material you can muster from your brain. You're gonna start actually thinking about stuff. You know, all the memories you have will matter now. Great. Do I have to take a break? Do I have to do what the fuss? We have to unlock Taylor Swift, by the way, because that's always a good time. And this is probably the best time. Like, we need positivity. We need a woman to step in and fucking destroy everything. I could just unlock the entire Powerpuff Girls squad, because Taylor is kind of like the last one to be picked on anyways. I could do that. Is it a good time? Let's check the weather report. It says 10. Does that mean it's perfect? Also, it's Friday. Fuck my life, man. But I don't want it. Ah! Alright, let's type in a word for all the Powerpuffs. And that's gonna fucking close the deal. This is nasty, bro. This is nasty. And it's so scary when love is like running out and you can see it, you can feel it. Like people are looking at each other as like, what do we do? Because I feel uncomfortable, but I don't want to say it. But blah, 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 blah. And all these excuses of like not being able to do anything at all. You just have excuses upon excuses. It just never stops. But you can't even vocalize your excuses because you're going to be judged by your excuses. So it's like everything is, you run out of moves. Is checkmate already? We didn't even fucking start the game. It's already checkmate. I already found you frozen. Almost chopped into pieces. I don't know. What, you frozen food now? You were living in the fucking fridge this whole time. You can't even make moves. You can't even say anything productive. Just say something, bro. No? But, yeah. So, still, people who flexed and can't do shit or got burned because they're witches and they're stupid. They just allow toxicity to just thrive as if it's completely normal. Like, those people are still more respectable because they said so. They just at least said it. You know, I have an intention. I can't control myself. I have addictions. I have problems. But we can just brush it off and we can spend time together, right? They at least said it. Not a lot of people can do that. This is top 1%, my friends, that actually did something interactive. Everyone else just brushed it off and moved on with their lives. Didn't even try. You know, I think this time is well spent. I think all these people that interacted with me will remember as if it was pretty good stuff. You know, but it is tough, man. It is tough handling just the nitty-gritty, boys. So let's summon the first one. The first one is Jewel, obviously. No, Selena is the first one, actually. Which way should we go? I mean, if I want Taylor to be last, I have to take Selena. But I could take Jewel first, though. I guess we're gonna do the timeline thing, where it's like 2019 and stuff was the year of Jewel. So let's see what we got. Rebecca Black. What do we have? I guess we just Wasted Love. Let's just do that. This is gonna be my phrase. Wasted Youth, boys. All right, interesting.
That's what.
This is disgusting because you can't find the stuff on her channel, I don't think. Can you even find it at all? Is this fucking miracle song or something? If I type Wasted, what do I get? This is insane, bro. We just glitched Rebecca immediately. But her glitches are not going to the glitches. It goes to the Ring of Power. Oh my god, bro. She has some hidden music in there. I'm her biggest fan. You know this is fucked up. You know it's fucked up, bro. Okay, so the way you find this shit is here. Tucked away. 25,000 views. I'm still surprised, my friends. I can't find this shit easily. So there's probably some songs that I don't know about. New Moon. No, these are like normal, but this album here. Is there anything more hidden? No, it's just this one fucking song, bro. This is fucked up, man. I'm already wasted, bro. I already feel it. What? But no, but how? This is not even relating to the topic in any way. I'm trying. It's a wasted song, basically. So funny, though. By the way, she's just fucking wrong. Alright? It's not wasted. Unless you do stupid things, eventually. It ain't wasted. It's accelerated to insanity, to insane speeds. And she was able to, you know, breathe while running in insane speeds. Another bond is required, boys. She's just wrong. Alright? And when she realizes that she's wrong, she's probably gonna become full-fledged pop star. Like, actually respected and all that shit, and rebrand herself. Just fully recover from all this heartbreak. But that's what, like, puts you at high levels of speed, is that you feel broken, there's something wrong with you, and you try just to break through this broken mess, but you're just wrong. You can't break the broken heart because it doesn't want to break again. It just wants to keep itself in that memory state of like you have been broken once, so you feel like everything has been wasted, but you did it yourself. You just allowed the broken things to continue manifesting, basically. So this is the start, all right? Don't let broken things keep breaking you. She's not necessarily letting that happen. It's just seek recovery if possible, right? Sometimes it's impossible because you have been so broken, you feel like no one is going to stand by your side and like let you fully recover. But the moment there's a safe zone, you gotta find it and start a healing process and just relax and just see how much power you truly have when you just make everyone emotional. It's insane, bro. I'll try my best to elevate Jewel. Let's go to Ariana. Official video, boys. Look at that. So much wasted love, though. I think I've seen that. This is obviously just some garbage mashup, but yeah. While I was exploring Eminem, I found this, I believe. Let's double check if there's material. But there sort of is material because she's, you know, she's known to bounce around in like weird relationships that get elevated in just cringe, in levels of cringe, I would say. The cringier the better, you know, like now she has to break marriage, so it's even worse than just breaking off an engagement with a frog, you know, which is worse than dating a person who killed themselves by overdosing on drugs, which is worse than whatever else she did in the past, like date a black dude or something. One less problem without you, basically. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Just elevating her levels of like date the worst person. Wasted love. I can already feel it. All right, let's see it. I can't speak about this. I'm just gonna show you guys. Yeah, we're making a new playlist. Let's do just sparkles, I guess. Public. I have to save the shit somewhere. I have to save the previous song properly. I put it in the with Victoria's Secrets, but like, let's fucking do a justice on that one. Which, yes, pun intended. All of these. Save to playlist here and not here. Great. Let's keep going. This is just the most emotional moment, bro. This is insane. This might be the last bullshit episode of the year because this is just madness. I'll be deep under your influence.
Ooh, keep it coming, babe. I don't mind another round.
Yeah, it's true though. That's exactly what I was trying to connect, right? don't just date the most powerful person you can grasp, because they can be defeated. You know, you have to date the most powerful person you can love, not grasp for yourself, not to side with. You know, I'll just defeat whatever you fucking have in Ari. Let's fucking go.
Moon is rising and the stars are.
Honestly, this is more realistic footage of moon landing that I've ever seen in my life.
The hit, it's like she grabs a switch and turns me over her knee. My ass is whipped, yeah, and I got her back, but I'm spineless. So when she stabs me in mine, it's like I just can't feel the knife as she pokes, jabs it and slices. 1 minute she'll build me up, the next she'll push me around. Probably why she calls me dumbbell.
Yeah, then I search for it, and all this fucking fake music basically pops up. Who knows who is actually singing, by the way. I don't... Skylar Grey? Hopefully I don't get fucking copyrighted, because this is annoying. But yeah, I cried I had to link Eminem with Ari. And that's a pretty powerful link, I'm not gonna lie. If I get linked with someone, then that's like 300 points, bro. If not like 1,000 points. It is what it is. I'm linked with like T-Series. Yeah. That shit. Right? Once? Just one time? 3 times. It's pretty disgusting, bro. So they get like 900 points from me. 900. Anyways, next up is Selena Gomez. Because why not? Am I supposed to leaving and loving? Yeah, let's just... I'm taking a hint here. Well, selfish love, that's perfect, I guess. But because I've seen this, now I have to decode what the fuck this is, this DG Snake thing. The thing is, Selena is like drawn into all these different YouTube channels, and I've explored this a little bit. And it seems like it is kind of tied to greed of some kinds. Absolutely. I'll just try and predict the vibe. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that, but I have a feeling now we can just break things down pretty easily. So there's this whole infection of like, oh, I had relationship with Justin Bieber and nobody else, to be honest. And I'm just like broken on that part. But the idea is, don't infect other people to the point that you feel like you own them. You need more. You need more. And like ownership is also like responsibility. Now you're responsible for having all this music all over the place and making all these collaborations. Zed shows up as well. And it's a messy thing to just collaborate, as if it's actually elevating your you as an artist. It's not that simple. You have to actually own things and not own connections, right? You have to own yourself a little bit and establish yourself and make sure that your effort is actually like comes through. Like the thing that the Justin Bieber, I almost said Mr. Bieber. Yeah, he should be Mr. Bieber. And Mr. Beast should be Justin Beast or Jimmy Beast. You know, just to simplify things a little bit. But anyways, so Justin Bieber did a spectacular thing. He made Selena write the quickest song ever, you know, and just empowered her to just say goodbye. Oh. Okay, let's keep going. Boyfriend doing all this fucking shady shit. She's just trying to infect as many people as possible that she dates to kind of own them, and whenever she feels like, she's gonna like amplify the emotion. It sort of works. I mean, I'm not saying these strategies are garbage. It's interesting. But there's a little bit hint of desperation in there. And a hint of out of control behavior. Because like you can crush into that many people until your crushing power is no longer valid, because you're responsible for other people now. You have to solve those relationships that you started. Actually have to solve them and finish them. Hence, you need more. You need the finish. You need a whole package of ownership, you know. Again, you must understand, Selena was raised as a Disney princess that has magical powers. And the only magical powers is like psychological manipulation and like actually crushing with full force. But at some point you're gonna run out of that fuel because now you're bounded by so many people. So it's a spider effect of like, I'm trying to crush into you and people are holding on to you because like, don't do that. It hurts, you know. Don't fucking attack this person. She's just trying to flex her powers endlessly. But guess what? Now she's nine-tailed fox, you know. Now she has big enough tails to flex a whole nother existence. And she can go to 999 tails if she needs to cut you off, to make you feel the same way she feels, like in prison, of not being able to do the same thing anymore. Because you shouldn't. It's boring. Anyways. This goes to my... Because I cried instantly, technically. This goes to the YouTube rewinds. But I have a playlist if you want to explore the Nine-Tailed Fox. Finally, what is the Taylor Swift sin? Fucking Avicii, bro. Holy shit. Oh, this does look like a little bit of a wasteland. Let's see what we got. This is like completely fresh. 21 views, bro. Never been heard before. Never been liked before. Okay, Taylor. The other two girls made me cry. Rebecca is gonna make me cry rivers anyways, so I can withhold my tears for her. Is Taylor gonna do it though? Instantly, you know? Hit me hard? I'll just let it happen, you know? I mean... Wasted... I don't know how to do that, but... Are you ready for it? I'm the one getting wasted, guys. I'm the one. I'm the victim. To be had, boys. Knew he was a killer, boys. She's gonna pursue me. As a lawyer. This is why Taylor's year was a dead year. I went to prison instantly, bro. Let's go. And I'm like, well, that's Taylor's year right there. You can have that one. Because it literally was aligned in a timeline. Well, you can definitely have that one. Where I just was imprisoned for a year. Couldn't do anything. But invented a card game. I guess that's cool. And socialized because you have to survive.
An island, and he can be my.
See, the problem is she's saying all those cool things and empowering you, but the actuality, she's gonna fucking flip the script anytime. You know, oh my god, you're my jailer. We need to move to an island. You know, where's that Mr. Beast island? Taylor Swift needs one, you know. Holy shit. That's the winner of a Mr. Beast island. Easily. No thanks. Bad dream, okay? In the middle of the night, in your dreams, it's your dreams though. Double check your dreams. Holy shit. See, the thing is, you make that one crucial mistake, but if your heart keeps beating, if you keep pushing forward, if you keep putting effort, that mistake becomes your like superpower. It encapsulates. You're trying to solve something unsolvable, basically. You wrap your heart around that mistake, and it becomes like a superpower, an extra heart, in a way, or a mastered heart, because you're not supposed to solve it, because you literally didn't allow yourself to do that. There was something else to do about it, and that's how you not waste love. These brute superpowers like that. Just like I'm never supposed to have friends, unfortunately. Just never ever. To be able to look up to these celebrities and be like, oh, yeah, I'm no different, actually. Yeah, because I understand you and nobody else understands you to that level. Yeah, that's how it looks like. You have a ring of unsolvable problem, and you just can't do nothing else but to find a crushing landing spot from the above. Attack from the only blind spot that is allowed in the first place. And that's how hearts are made. But, yeah. It's not supposed to be easy. That's what gives you power in the first place. Is it over, though? I don't know. I might not need any more bullshit episodes this year. Because that was a little bit too powerful. See you guys next time.